Good evening, Andy. Thank you for joining us after this win here against Maidenhead United this afternoon. Another fantastic 3 points. They're all going to be. But after two really tough away days, the lads were bang at it today.
Yeah, I didn't think we started brilliantly, if I'm being honest, which wasn't what we wanted to do. Because we didn't start well last week, and by the time we started, we was a goal down. But like you said, I think the key is if you don't start well like today, and there was a few saying that, you just make sure you don't concede. And then I thought we got a foothold in the game after 10-15 minutes and got better and better. Picked more and more second balls up, which was key, really. The first 15 minutes we didn't. And then we're like in the ascendancy, created quite a few chances, and so at the end of the day, it's a great 3 points and 3 that we wanted.
I guess it ultimately doesn't matter who we play here at home, but the onus is obviously to get wins, and particularly at home. But how important is it, Andy, to get the points from teams that are perceived to be going to be struggling down that other end, or the wrong end of the table with us?
Like I said, I'm not judging anyone at the moment. You know, I give them a lot of credit because they've been at this level for a long while. They're similar to us, and they've survived year after year after year. So it was never going to be an easy game. You know, every game's tough. We have to make this a fortress. We've said that, doesn't matter who we're playing, and we've been in every game here and matched every team we've played. So today was no different. Yes, it was a game I wanted to get some points out of because we wanted to bounce back from 2 defeats. And like I said, you know, you got to look at Maidenhead. You know, are they going to be down there? Who knows? They beat Barnet. Barnet's sitting top of the league. They beat Barnet. So that is this league. You know, if you're not at it and you don't take your chances and you don't defend well, you get beaten.
Okay. We scored 3 goals today, which is amazing to do, and we've done that for 2 successive home games now. You must be racking your brain and pulling out the little hair that you have got to try and find a formula that actually enables us to do that away from home.
That's a bit personal to start with. No, like I said, we've got to find a way to pick points up. I know we'll always be competitive at home. We've got a way of playing. We have to make sure we get points away from home because, you know, we want to have good at home form, but equally we want to pick points up on the road. And we were a little bit unlucky last week, I thought. We got a point at Boston. We played well in that at times. We've got to find a formula that gets us points away, but I'm not even going to worry about next week at the minute. We're going to enjoy that because, as I said earlier to the lads, and actually I said it in the lounge before the VIP's lounge, you know, we're not going to have the victories this year we've probably had the last couple of years, but they're just as important and we have to enjoy them, and I want the lads to enjoy it because they work really hard. We've trained twice this week, we've worked on set pieces and we scored from set pieces today. We've had a lot of players get involved today and contribute, so that's good. And like I said, I keep saying we're going to need all this group. I said it last year, this year is just as important. You know, as it stands at the minute after 8 games, we're sitting in 19th place. That for me is a success. You know, that's even with a hammering we took at Barnet. We might get some performances and results we're not happy with. It's at the end of the day, it's about picking up points as and when, and being in a situation where we want to be. And all of a sudden now you look at it, you know, it's all good.
Well, 3 points is clearly paramount and always the aim going into any game. But you did say the next remit was, of course, to get a clean sheet. And we were so close to that today. And how frustrating is it for everyone involved that we concede from that? Yeah,
that is very frustrating because we've gone on. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we brought attacking players on because I thought it was important we got minutes into people who were sitting there waiting and training, etc. And it could have been 4 or 5-1 at the end. Yeah, we've sacrificed a goal, but that's going to happen. For me, it's not about... I said in there before the kick-off, it was very similar to Aldershot. I said, I'm sick of people saying you've played well and not won and blah, blah, blah. Let's just go and win a game. Yes, I'll have a clean sheet, but if we have to win 4-3 or 5-4, I'm not even bothered. The fact we've scored 3 and they've scored 1, it's better. I said to the boys before, just make sure we score more goals than them. We're better in both boxes. The rest of it is irrelevant.
Okay. You got your skipper through most of another match today. Several players played really well today, but what influence does Ben have on a game?
He's massive, we know that. You know, when he plays, we're more organised, we press at the right times. He's got loads and loads of experience. His set pieces are fantastic. He ticks loads and loads of boxes. That's why he plays loads of games. You know, when we can get him fit and keep him fit, the way he plays, he tends to miss bits and bobs. I thought he was in very, very good today, as were a lot of others. And he also leads people, you know, leads by example. People like young George playing next to him. What a role model Ben is for him to improve and improve and improve. And that's what we want. It's not just about Tamworth doing what they need to do. It's about getting these young kids such as George to help them on their football journey. And I think someone like Milno does exactly that. He listens to what he says. You know, when Milno plays, we're a better team. We've always said that, and that doesn't matter who plays in and around him or behind him or in front of him. You know, he's a good player. That's why he's a skipper of this club.
Okay. Couple of little niggles today, as there would be in most games, notably to Jordan on top of his boot there, so maybe a bit sore for a few days, but also wanted to check in with you on the progress of Matt Curley as well.
Yeah,
And
Jordan will be fine. There was a few with aches and pains, but there was no one with anything serious which is going to miss the next game. I don't think Finn is a million miles away, and Curls has had a little bit of a setback. And Molly, they're all getting around. Ken obviously back involved, which is good. Fletch again had decent results from his scan the other week, so he won't be a million miles away. So I'm hoping we'll get some back out sooner rather than later. So there's nothing really particularly long term at the moment, which is good. Like I say, you're going to pick aches and pains. That's part of football. But like I say, nothing's got any worse today. And the ones we've just talked about, hopefully with another week's training or another week's rehab, will be knocking on the door.
Manasseh Sunday's performance today, very versatile, and give you a lot
he's been great. Like
options
said,
going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been fantastic the last 2 games at right back. Everyone knows our thoughts on Curls. You know, we didn't recruit a right back because we know how good Curls is, and we know we've got good cover with both Manasseh and Jordan. So, you know, Nash is the one doing it at the minute, and he's been brilliant. It's good to have him back fit. He's added loads. Like I say, for me, they were all good. I thought the back four were excellent, to be fair, because when we wasn't great early on, they still dug in and they made sure they had very limited opportunities. You could go for them all. And you have to have good performances. We're not going to beat teams in this league if I don't have 8 or 9 players playing at the top of their game, and I think we had that today, at least.
Okay. Andy, as always, it is great talking to you, and Lambs Media will catch up with you again next Saturday.
Absolutely. Cheers.